a bracer visible on his spindle-thin arm. Chief Elder Malise opened the box and stared at the bracers within. I placed this bracer on your tainted flesh, branding you as seared, he sneered. You will no longer be able to gather or cultivate chi for the remainders of your lives, and everything you own is now under the council's care. Metal chi flowed from each bracer, and as the elder placed it on each forearm, the bracer snapped into place, fusing with the flesh along their forearm and across the knuckles. Pain flashed through Hagan, and he gritted his teeth. His daughter's grip tightened, and after a moment, a strange numbness washed over him. All of his senses muted, like he was submerged underwater. He gasped for air, and when his breath returned, it came in slow, ragged gasps. It was the same for his daughter and wife. Hunched over, they crawled to the side to escape Chief Elder Malise's aura. Genjin Hagan? As Patriarch, I command you to present Genjin Jace for branding, the Chief Elder said. Hagan reluctantly retrieved his infant son, hugging him tight. Hagan's breath labored with every step he took towards Chief Elder Malise, like a stone weight lay heavily on his chest. Malise snatched the final bracer from the storage box. Hagan's breath hitched. The bracer was dwarfed by his own, and yet, beside his tiny son, it looked harsh, as unforgiving and unyielding as cold-pressed iron. Without asking, Malise whipped the infant's thumb from his mouth and forced his tiny arm out straight. The metal bracer touched the child's flesh, snapping into place over the small arm. Fully awake and unable to seek the comfort of his thumb, baby Jace's chin wobbled as he wailed at the cruel, painful act. Chief Elder closed the empty bracer box with a snap, like the final nail being driven into a coffin. Now, you are all seared. 2. Jace. Present. Boy, how old are you now? Asked Master Ouyang as he stooped under the cracked doorframe and, with an air of majesty, sauntered into the room. Startled, Jace dropped his ladle into his worn apothecary cauldron and spun to face his master, arms rigid at his side. So absorbed in the preparation of the Blood Azalea herbal brew, he hadn't noticed his master's entrance. No matter how often Jace reminded Master Ouyang that he was 16 years old, he never seemed bothered to remember. Stifling that thought, Jace pressed his fists together and bowed deeply. His master liked to skulk in the corridors, hoping to catch Jace unawares and oppress him with his aura, bringing Jace to his knees if he so wished. But, as an elder, he still deserved respect. Too slow, Master Ouyang said, and released a bored sigh. It must be over 10 years since we took you under our wing. And still, you never fail to disappoint me. Wouldn't you agree that is a fair assessment? Under his master's weighty gaze, Jace nodded vigorously. Jace would not point out the truth, that he was little more than a slave, as all Seared were to their masters, and the village elders had given Jace to Ouyang rather than Ouyang being as generous as his words suggested. If Jace commented on it, he would surely feel the cruel edge of his master's walking cane. Like most things, it was there purely for show. Master Ouyang fed on potent, heavy yang elixirs, enhancing his already bulky form, and as a result, his earthy, heavy yang aura smacked cruel. The master of cruelty had a militant appearance. With wing-tipped silver brows, he wore his carefully coiffed locks slicked back into a low horsetail knot, as was the fashion of the manor-born patriarchs. He gripped the golden eagle head handle of his walking cane, pounding the cracked and mottled floor as he approached Jace and swept him with his intrusive spiritual senses, making Jace's skin crawl. Whatever follow-up insults his master had for him today were delayed as a massive eagle owl flew in through the open window. It perched near the entrance, ruffled its tawny plumage, and fixed Jace with predatory, bright orange eyes. Bubwa, my feathered friend, how are you today? Jace said, a warm smile lighting up his eyes. Bubwa's ear tufts twitched, as if the bird of prey had located his next meal. Jace fished an earth chi-infused meat pellet from a bowl beside the perch. Master Ouyang raised a halting hand. You spoil that hungry fiend with your blended treats.